Kobe Bryant said, "We should all be fortunate that Allen Iverson wasn't 6'5". What he meant by that was that Allen Iverson was the complete basketball player, except he wasn't so tall. He wasn't your Shaquille O'Neals, he wasn't your LeBron James, he was smaller, but maybe that's why he was so agile. But what Kobe Bryant was saying was that Allen Iverson was the complete package, and he was. If you ever watched him play basketball, it's a bit like Roger Federer playing tennis. There's something smooth and natural about it, whereas everybody else sort of plays scientifically. He played basketball like it was an art rather than a sport or a science, and it was an amazing thing to watch. Now, if you are too young to know who Allen Iverson was, check him out. Definitely watch some clips. He was one of the few guys. I think there's footage of him putting Michael Jordan on his butt. If I remember rightly, there's a bit where he does, a little sort of shimmy, a little 1-2, and it puts Michael Jordan on his butt, literally, when he's going for goal. It's quite an amazing thing to see. I'm pretty sure that's right. I hope I haven't got that wrong. But he was an incredible basketball player, and he was one of the few basketball players to support the Reebok line rather than Nike or Under Armour, which came out more recently as well, and Adidas sometimes. But Reebok, big supporter of Reebok was Allen Iverson, and one of the main sneakers in his stable was the Reebok Question. And today that's what we're going to be having a look at, is the Reebok Question Mid Grey Suede. This is a Tokyo About a 23 Sneaker channel, Tokyo About a 23 Sneaker channel です。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください。And every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews. And today that's no different as we look back in time at the Reebok Question Mid. But this time they're updating it to the newest version that's dropping on January the 3rd in grey suede. And I think it's a fire looking sneaker. Now, if you're new to my channel and you haven't been around here before, you probably don't know, well, you won't know because you're new to the channel, that I research the shoes that I talk about and I have a little dig about and find out what I can about them. And one of the things I wrote when I was researching this shoe was it was nice to see a basketball shoe that isn't gimmicky. It's just a straight up basketball shoe. There's no fuss, there's no gimmicks, there's no bells and whistles on this thing. It's just a really solid basketball shoe, and it's clean. It's a clean sneaker, absolutely clean. I would definitely rock these guys, even though I am not at all good on the basketball court. I'd rock them in my daily life. I think they're a clean sneaker and a really fine looking sneaker. So I was really glad to dig into them to find out more about them, and I'll be bringing you my opinion of them and telling you about some of the features on them, like the laces, who knew, and you'll find out about that stuff real soon. But first, this is a YouTube channel, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Comment, write something down below and let me know what you're thinking. Hit that like button, so valuable, and share this bad boy out on social media if you don't mind. That would super help the channel. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say at the start of every one of my videos, Toroku yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Ine mo click suru to tasukaru no de, ine mo click shite kudasai. Nihongo no comment o kaku to, Nihongo no henji o kakimasu no de, ganbarimasu no de, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Ato wa social media ni share suru to tasukaru no de, Facebook ya Insta ni share shite kudasai. Okay, now let's have a look at these bad boys, these Reebok questions. Now, if we're talking Reeboks, if you're here to look at Reeboks, if you're interested in Reeboks, Reebok Yeezys. I wonder what percentage of people watching these are like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, or what percentage are like, Reebok Yeezys? No, seriously? Ding! There's a link to a video about Reebok Yeezys. They're incredibly rare. There's 4 colorways, and that video has all 4 of the colorways in hand. Just ridiculous. But yes, Reebok Yeezys. Reebok Yeezys was a thing. If you want to check it out, check out that video there. Quite an exceptional video to watch. It's an incredible thing. And that video is from our good friend Shoe Butter. And Shoe Butter brings us a rare sneaker every single Sunday. And this Sunday, he's bringing us another rare sneaker, but you have to try and work out what it is. And let me know in the comments down below if you know what it is. Our first hint that I gave you was on Tuesday. I said Jay-Z. Second hint yesterday was all black. And then the third hint today is 7. So from that, if you can work out which sneaker's coming on Sunday, hit me up with a comment down below. But time to get into the sneaker and have a look at these grey suede Reebok questions. A really fine looking sneaker. Now we're going to start down low and work our way high. The lowest of the low, we start with the outsole, and it's a grey outsole which complements the upper tremendously well. I think it looks really, really good. That upper in those different shades of grey, and then having a grey outsole, and it looks really fine. And that's really most noticeable if you look at the toe roll, where the outsole rolls up onto the toe. And the reason why that's a good place to look at is because it's only a short hop, skip and a jump back to the midsole, which is in a sail colorway. And the midsole is very important on Reeboks because of the Hexalite technology. Now, I had a pair of Hexalite sneakers when I was 17. I'm 43, so we're talking 26 years ago. So the Hexalite technology has been around for a while, but they are very comfortable. I did enjoy my Reebok Hexalite sneakers very much until I wore them in mud and ruined them, but that's just me. But the midsole and these guys sport that Hexalite technology in two places, one round about the midfoot and then one on that heel section there. And if you look inside, you can see the hexagons that represent the Hexalite technology, and they're on that sail midsole, which is actually quite important if you ask me. White would have been too much. This sneaker needs a little bit of dulling down. It needs neutral colors, and you don't really want any one color to dominate the rest, and white would have done that. So I'm grateful to Reebok for putting a sail midsole on these guys. And then we're not too far away from going into what would normally be a leather upper on a Reebok question, but in the case of these guys, they're going with suede, and it's a really smooth, buttery buttery suede on these guys. A really beautiful looking sneaker, and there are multiple different shades of the greys on there, but predominantly you've got a darker grey around the toe box and sort of can we call them mud guards as you go back along the sneaker. But then you see on that midfoot section there, you've got the Reebok branding on a lighter grey, white branding on a lighter grey, which dominates the rest of the upper on the sneaker. And then when we get up onto the lacing system itself, I think, oh golly, I hope I get this right. If I don't get this right, pan me, hammer me in the comments down below. But I think I'm right in saying it's there's 6 lace stays, and it spells the word Reebok, R-E-E-B-O-K, Reebok, down the side of those lace stays on there. And if I'm wrong in that, I'm wrong in it, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it says down the lace stays. And then right beside those lace stays, as I said earlier, the laces, and they're in this sort of subtle pink color. Really hard to tell that it's subtle pink, but again, as I said with the midsole being sail, I think it's important that the laces are not white or not a color that pops right out. They have to be subtle like the rest of the shoe. So I appreciate that they've gone with the sort of pale pink color, but I don't know if it's fair to call them pink. I know they're calling them pink, and then they designed the sneaker, so of course they can call it what they want. But I don't know if it's fair to call them pink because it's such a subtle color. It's a real pale shade. It's almost like a ham color. It's a terrible color to call laces, ham color laces. But it is a really subtle lacing on there, which does add to the overall look of the sneaker. And then you get to the top of them there, and you've got that the darker grey of the two greys on the tongue with the Reebok branding, and then flipping them around to the back. There's something interesting on the back which I'd really appreciate input on. One thing I'm fairly sure of, almost 100% sure of, Allen Iverson played a lot of his career on the number 3, and then on the back of these guys you can see 3s where the heel, where the outsole wraps up onto the heel. But above that, on the Nike branding there, you can see oh my goodness, I said Nike. On the Reebok branding. Now, I always say that I don't cut out my mistakes in videos. I could easily just do a quick edit that you say, nope, not going to do it. I'm going to leave that Nike branding mistake in there, and again, you can pan me in the comments down below. But there's an O on the back of these things. Now, the way I look at it is that the O and then the Reebok branding is meant to be a Q. I don't know which way this will look good, but if this is like the O and then the Reebok branding on there to give you a capital Q, and I think that's what they're going for with Q for question on that sort of Hexalite branding on the back of the ankle section of these, but I'm not sure about that. So if you do know for sure if that O and that Reebok branding on there represents a Q of question, please do let me know in the comments down below. And that's it. As a total, the sneaker for me is a really fine sneaker. Like I said, I really appreciate that they haven't gone with a gimmicky sneaker. There's a bit too many gimmicks, a bit too there's a bit too much going on in a lot of sneakers these days. If you think about the 0.3s that I reviewed earlier this week, I don't know if maybe I'll put the link to the 0.3s there, and you can see a sneaker that's got way too much going on them. I did like the Kyrie 5 Ikets, even though they did, the Kyrie 5s themselves have a lot going on them. So it's not all bad if there's gimmicks on a sneaker, but it is nice to see a sneaker come out that's just a clean colorway, a clean silhouette, and a fine looking sneaker, which is exactly what these bad boys are. They're a big yes for me. I like them very, very much. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on them. For now though, it's time to sign off and thank you guys for checking out my content. Butter Movement people, a bunch of people have been watching the content and helping out. I can't remember if I've already linked to the Butter Movement playlist or not, but it contains some of the rarest sneakers in the world. If you want to check out rare sneakers, definitely hit that playlist up. And then other playlists, the Butter Movement guys are helping the watch time tick over and help the watch time increase, because that's a major element of helping a channel to grow. So thanks for watching those playlists and helping me to get that watch time that I so very, very need. So thank you very much, Butter Movement guys. Thank you very much. Anyone who's watching my content, I appreciate it very much. For now though, time for me to sign off. Thank you guys very much. And as I do this every single day, I get to tell you that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.